Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Generation X Nation. How's everybody doing out there? How was your St. Patty's Day? How's your spring break going? Please let me know. Put it in the comments. Let me know what's going on. Again, thank you to everybody who has recently subscribed to my channel. Keep passing the word on. Keep passing the word on. Share, like. Please leave comments. Please leave comments. Please hit the like button. All right, go back and look at some of my old videos. You'd be surprised what I said and how a lot of the stuff I said has came to fruition. All right, the Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is the second episode from this new season. Wasn't very much on there. Again, they're building up their storylines. I have 4 major issues I'll probably talk about, so we'll get through those real quick. Again, everything on my channel is alleged, in my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Alleged, in my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. And with that, we'll get started. I'm going to go a little bit out of order here because I really want to get to the meat of the Portia, the Dennis, and the Drew at the end of this. But starting off, we're kind of going out of order. Kelly, she's a lady that owns the restaurants, I think the Nana's Waffles, and she's going through the divorce. She was just talking with her, I guess her business partner. They were discussing one of the restaurants was closed down and how her soon-to-be ex-husband has stolen $500,000 out of their business account. I don't know what's going on, but I hope she continues to thrive and get her restaurants at the level in which she wants them to be. And I hope she gets everything that she wants out of this divorce. All right. Next, we're going to go over Charles and Angela, or Angela and Charles, real quick. Charles Oakley, who's the previous basketball player. Their dynamics seems to be pretty cute. Charles seems to have a good sense of humor. Little sarcastic with her at times, but they seem to get along pretty well and they mesh well together. I think he's actually funny and I kind of like them together, and hopefully they'll give us some good television. Now we're going to talk about Britt and I think Mike is her husband's name. Their dynamics is a little bit off to me. I don't know what it is, but it's something about Mike that's throwing me for a loop. I don't know if Britt, she said they met through COVID. During COVID, they got married in Vegas because of the whole COVID restrictions, and she wants to do some big ceremony down the road. It seems to me that Britt is very bossy, and I'm assuming because she's a working woman, she has her own whatever real estate empire, whatever that she's building, or finance thing, whatever it is that she does. I can't remember right now off the top of my head. She seems like she's the one in charge or wants to be in charge. She's very meticulous and has a sense of organization skills. And it seems like she has everything on like a calendar and she's planning everything meticulously, what she wants to do as far as restoring some property, selling the property, buying a bigger house, plan all the way down to planning the date and time that she wants to get pregnant. She feels, in my opinion, being a wife is way more important than anything else, and being a mother is just as important, which is great. But it seems like Mike is going along to get along. It doesn't seem like he's all in it, even though he does respond to her kindly. He's very low, and that could be his personality, very low and monotone when he's dealing with her. But for some reason, I just get the picture that Britt is just running the show up in there. I don't know, Mike, I'm going to need to see a little more from you. Again, we just starting in. It's only the second episode. But you coming in a little weak there, bro. I'm going to need you to pick it up a notch, all right? Next, we'll talk about Shamia real quick. Nothing too extraordinary that was going on with her. She did go back to the surrogate. They had the conversation, talked about her, wanting more children, helping her find another surrogate to carry her child. She wants to extend her family. I definitely appreciate Shamia bringing that to light, showing people a different side of surrogacy, because people do surrogacy all the time. And who, how many people do you know who was carrying a child for you or in the process of carrying a child or whatever, end up having some type of illness that could affect them, carrying a child. So that's something to kind of look at when people are out here searching for a surrogate for their to carry their child for them when they're looking at extending their family. Because that was the first time I ever heard a situation like that. And I'm sure it probably goes on more often than we know. But her bringing it to the television, allowing people to see that even though you could pick a healthy surrogate to carry your child, and according to her, this lady was recommended by Dr. Jackie from Married to Medicine. And also she carried a baby for Candy. But it just shows you life is uncertain. You never know what you're going to get. So be grateful and be thankful for what you have. Best wishes to Shamika on her journey and extending her family. But yeah, that was a good storyline to put in there. I thought that was good. Then we had Kenya and Portia having a little lunch together, which shocked me because you and I know their history. So it was good to see both of them together eating and being grown women. And, now that they're mothers and able to sit, at the same table and not diss each other and go off on each other. And they did show some of the backstories, their problem relationship up until now and how far they have grown. I did appreciate that. But Kenya had her little smart remarks to say about the whole Simon, Dennis, and Drew situation. She did question her about Simon, and according to Portia, she had no idea Simon was doing all of this. And we got pulled over on a private jet and police was out. And Simon been married 5 times. You should have seen Kenya's face when she said that. And one of the weddings was a fraud, and he had credit card fraud and all this stuff. And I'm like, Portia. Like, seriously? All you seen when Simon rolled up was money. All you seen when you went to that house that Fallon and Simon lived in was money. You never bothered to check where the money was coming from. So kind of set yourself up for that portion. However, it doesn't give Simon the excuse to defraud and cheat people the way he did. So I'll give you that. And after that, I think the next scene is kind of Angela. I think it's Angela, Shamia, and Drew at the gym when Drew's sitting there talking to them on the floor of the gym. They're all sitting down. And Drew is just like, Dennis was my savior. He came and saved me and all of this crap. And I'm sorry. I'm kind of like on the fence with this Drew thing. Drew is breaking down in tears and crying. She's, basically telling everybody that Ralph, who's her ex-husband, is trying to take percentage of her business. He wants alimony. He wants child support. This is how she feeds her children. And, she just going through a lot. And Dennis was really there to help her sort through some things. In the beginning of the episode, she was telling Portia that Dennis wrote a song for her, that he still loves her, that her and Dennis had nothing going on. It was all just a business relationship, and that's it. That's what the whole conversation was about. And then Portia was like, I don't give a F what you and Dennis do. I don't want you filming with the father of my child. So this is why Drew is all upset now, because Portia is saying, not today. You're not making money off of my, the father of my child. You're not making money off of my storyline. And I can agree with Portia to a certain degree. Because Drew, let's just be realistic. You going through a whole divorce. You and Ralph. Okay? We've always had our side eye on Ralph's ass when he got on the show. Let's just be real. I never trust anything Ralph is saying. He always looks suspicious to me. One minute he was your manager, then he was your husband. Next thing you know, he up in Tampa taking vacations by himself without you because he needed some time to get away. Then he worked in IT, then he didn't work in IT. We don't know what the hell Ralph was doing, Drew. Let's be real. Your mother didn't seem to like him very much, and neither did your sister. He was going to adopt your child, then he decided he wasn't going to adopt the child. I mean, Ralph was all over the place. But your storyline should not be Dennis. Your storyline needs to be Ralph. But the problem you got is that raggedy ninja don't want to go on camera about this divorce. He don't want to go on camera with you about this divorce. You got a court order where your husband is in your house living in the basement. That's his part of the house. Ralph said, I don't care. I'm still not filming with you. You should be over there filming with Ralph. That whole divorce thing should be maybe part of the season, because you're on the show. You can make this part of the season, and it don't have to be ugly. But Ralph needs to come on camera and film with you. Don't be trying to get somebody else's baby father or boyfriend or whatever to film with you, because he won't do it. They told you Ralph was trash years ago when you first got on this show, but you refused to believe it. And you took up for him. You took up for him through the Tampa trip, through all the DMs and text messages from the assistants that he allegedly was messing with. You continue to take up for Ralph. And what Ralph do now? Ralph won't even come on the show and film with you, so you can make money to feed your children, his children too. Drew, why did you have a prenup? I'm totally confused about that. You were the quote unquote celebrity. You know, you have been in movies, according to you, you had a little singing career. I know you've been on the game, you wouldn't the TLC biopic. Why didn't you have a prenup? Even if you didn't have that much, you should have done a prenup. I'm sorry. You kind of set yourself up for this, Drew. And again, I do not understand for the life of me why you did not have a prenup with Ralph, since you were technically the breadwinner. All right. And remember this, and this is just some memory that popped in my head. I remember Ralph allegedly taking photos and golfing with Martell Hope from Love and Marriage Huntsville. Well, we know that story down there. Allegedly, there's some kind of relatives or related. You don't think Martell was speaking in his ear? Get this, get that? Because the same stunt Ralph pulling on you, he tried to pull on his wife over there. But you know what she did? She dissolved her companies and gave them half of what was left in the bank. And then when their divorce was final, she went and reestablished her some new companies again with a new name. You might want to consider that. Maybe you need to pick up the phone and call her and get that straight, because that's ridiculous, Drew. Ralph should not be punking you like that. Just my opinion. And let's finish up with this Portia and Dennis episode at the little, when they took Pilar out for the little play date thing they were doing. So Portia sits down with Dennis, again, start questioning him about Drew. And I don't know if this is, I'm assuming this is Portia's storyline for the year, because apparently she may not be able to talk too much about Simon, because they were going, you know, Simon was doing all kind of court orders and cease and desist letters and all of that. So maybe she kind of flipped the script and moved over to making Drew the storyline. And I'm assuming this was filmed prior to Simon being arrested. So they're sitting there talking, and she's asking him Dennis once again about Drew. And Drew is like, look, not Drew. Dennis is like, look, we're just trying to get some music done together. I know she's, into the music industry. I know she does your hair products. So we're just trying to get some promotion out there for you too. And Portia's like pissed. Like, I don't need y'all filming together. I don't need her doing promotions for my hair product. Basically, Portia is telling Dennis, you are with me. You're on this show because of me and your daughter. You will only film with me. Portia is limiting who he could film with. And she kind of said on a hot mic, you not filming with any other housewives but me. Nobody's going to be infringing on my ability to make money, Drew or nobody else. When that camera comes on, you better be sitting next to me or your daughter and no freaking body else. And Portia meant that with everything in her. Okay, she meant that with everything in her. She said, you will not film with nobody. Your loyalty is to me. She's over there crying. Nobody's loyal to me. I can't believe that. I can't get no support. Don't be using this you're using my platform against me. So she thinking that Drew and Dennis will be on the other side filming and talking about her. I'm assuming that's what she mean by using the platform against her. But she said loyalty and everybody's against her, and told Dennis, you better not show up with nobody else on camera but me. You represent us. That's what she said. And then she was crying. And then she was pissed off in the car. Portia. And let me say this in the most professional way I can without being nasty or rude. Where was the loyalty to that lady when you stole, well, I'm going to say stole her husband. because you can't steal a human being. But where was the loyalty to that lady when you showed up at her house and decided to start dating her husband later on? Huh? Where was the support for her? And I know they said she was cheating on him with the trainer. I get it, or a pool boy, whatever. But my point is, you don't want no other housewives filming with Dennis, your baby father. But had given the opportunity, you would have filmed with that lady's ex-husband in a heartbeat. Because you was all over the world taking pictures with him, and y'all on yachts and in Dubai and in Africa, everywhere else, smiling and kikiing because that's your new husband. You had no problems doing that. You had no problems with any loyalty to Fallon. Now, I don't know if Fallon was your friend prior to the show, but I know she was a castmate of yours. And it seemed like y'all was either building a friendship or at least knew each other or ran in the same circles. How can you sit here and cry about no loyalty and nobody will make money off it, Dennis, but me, and you did the exact same thing to somebody else until it came crashing down in your face? You literally did a show, what was it? Portia Family Matters or something with Simon, Dennis, your family. This is prior to the marriage when y'all were in, I don't know, Mexico or whatever. Remember that show, Portia? You did that. You ate off of Fallon's plate while Fallon was back in the States, I guess, going through the divorce, or maybe with her side dude. I don't know. But you still ate off somebody else's plate and you thought that was okay. But nobody can film with your man. Portia, you wrong for that. See, the thing about my channel, if you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're right, you're right. I don't have a favorite. And every week I give my commentary based on what I see on the show. And this particular week, I love Portia, but I felt some type of way about how she was treating Drew. I'm not saying Drew is right to film with Dennis, but what I'm saying is you're doing something to somebody that you don't want done to you. You did something to Fallon that you don't want done to you. Like they said, ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. I just felt Portia was out of line for that. I get what she's saying. This is how I feed my family. Drew said this is how I feed my family. I get it. Portia's saying don't use Dennis as your storyline to make money off of him. That's what I need to do because I don't have Simon to do it. She's saying, I get that part. So Portia, in that sense, I understand you are completely right. Drew, you need to go find Ralph and start getting the storyline off of him and make your money off him because that's your husband. But in the same breath, you can also be wrong, Portia, because what you're telling Drew not to do, you did yourself. And with that being said, everything on my channel is alleged, in my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. Let me repeat, alleged, in my opinion, and for entertainment purposes only. All right. Thank everybody who has subscribed. Keep subscribing. Keep passing the word around about my channel. I want to build my channel up. Like, subscribe, share, even hit the notification bell at this point so you know when I put a video up. All right? I don't ask y'all for any money. I don't ask you for anything. All I want you to do is like, subscribe, and share. And if I get enough followers, I'll start maybe going live one day or actually do a video where you actually see me talking. Okay? And you guys go ahead and have a great rest of your day. Like I said, once again, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Y'all be safe out here. Enjoy your spring break. If you're on spring break this month, enjoy life. Be happy you woke up today. Don't worry about what's going on. I know it's hard to say that, but you have to keep in mind that always God is in control. All right. You guys go on and have a wonderful rest of your day. And this is Generation X Nation. Peace out.